have a really fun video today. I wanted to show you guys really pretty, easy ways to take notes in any Bible. This is a very narrow margined Bible, and I'm taking some awesome notes in here, and they're gorgeous and they're not expensive. These Post-its I made myself, so if you have a printer, you can do this, or if you don't have a printer, there is another way to make really pretty faux Post-its, faux sticky sheets. You can get huge packs of off-brand sticky notes, and I take one off and I cut that top ½ inch where the glue is off. I'm gonna glue this to a piece of paper to make a sticky note backing. I love this method because I can also cut this sticky part into thinner strips. Many times when I put a Post-it note in my Bible, I'll show you with this one, I want it to be in this narrow inner margin of my Bible, but the sticky note, the sticky part is actually wider than this narrow margin right here. Even though it's mostly out of the way, a bit of the stickiness goes on the text. See how a bit of the sticky note goes onto the text? It's not a big deal. When I'm reading, I just slightly pull it away. Still a great thing. I still use these a lot, but watch when I customize the size like this. I'm going to put the sticky side down back onto that Post-it. So I'm gonna glue on that little piece that I cut. And I'm just gonna firmly press the paper onto the sticky part. So now I have a sticky note. When I put it into my Bible, then now I want to put a note right into the margin so that it doesn't cover up my text. Here's our homemade sticky note. Plus, my favorite sticky notes are white. I just like pure white in my Bible. So when I pull a Post-it note back, the homemade one fully reveals the text I want to read, whereas a regular Post-it note or sticky note covers up some of that text. And it's not a big deal. It's still a nice way to take notes because, like I said, you can just pull it back a bit. But with a homemade version, it automatically does it. So now, in this narrow margined Bible, I have tons of note-taking space. So here's another way. Cut a piece of paper to the size of my narrow margined Bible. I want a full piece of paper for notes, but I don't want to glue it into my Bible because I like being able to remove notes to update them. So I'm gonna take these strips that I cut from my sticky note. I'm going to glue alongside the whole Post-it note, then line up my piece of paper along the edge, press firmly, and now I have a sticky edge on my paper. My sticky note strips are on my paper, and I can line my paper up into my Bible, slide it into the spine to the margin, shut it, and I have a full sheet of note-taking paper in my Bible, and it opens up and all of the text is visible. Okay, so I just did this funny little saying. I know it's not grammatically correct if you're unaware of the meme. This is like a dog. I can't even remember what the dog's called. It's an old meme. So let's say I didn't like my note. I want to change it up. Boom. My Bible is pure and clean again. You know what? Actually, I really liked that note. I was being dramatic tearing it out. It's not that bad. How amazing is that? Removable notes. So now I want to show you how to make gorgeous custom colored Post-its. If you have a printer and cheap ink. That's how I did this layout. We're gonna I printed those same color boxes on a plain piece of paper. So just a plain piece of paper. I have my paper. It's just plain paper right now with this light gray. I'm gonna take a sticky note. I'm gonna put my sticky note strip on paper. They go with this color scheme. Oh, look at the gray with that pink. So pretty. Where should I put this? What note should I write in here? I keep wanting to call them Post-it notes, but that's the brand. So let me just find my Matthew 17 notes. Oh, okay. So let's say you don't like neutrals. Look how bright colors. I printed all of these. I've been looking, my Walmart doesn't have it, but I just want to get a plain printer paper pack in multiple colors. I'm still on the lookout for that. I do really like though that I can color select the markers I used and make custom sticky notes to match. So I'm gonna copy some of my notes from this piece of paper onto my new sticky notes. I'm not gonna fill it all in, but I added some notes to our homemade sticky notes, and look how cute it looks. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I'm gonna be playing all day with making sticky notes, and writing notes is so great because I can write notes without worry. Okay, last trick before we go. Oh my gosh. I showed you guys my favorite way of adding Post-its to the Bible is to put them in the margin so that they don't mess with the text. But what if you don't want them only in the margin? Maybe that feels cluttered. You want them on the actual page, like this one, but you don't want to cover up the text underneath. Walmart has these Pen & Gear brand transparent sticky notes on clearance for $1. There's 50 sheets. My plan for my Bible is to glue my homemade colored paper onto this transparent sticky note. I'm gonna cut off some of the sticky part, cut it in half. So now I can put, if I wanted a sticky note right here, when I lift it up, it fully shows that text. The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. I can see the entire scripture without having to remove my Post-it note. I hope that these tips were helpful for you guys and that you have a great day and a great Bible study. And I will see you next time. So this pains me, but I showed you how to make this beauty, and then I just wanted to show you how easy. So not only does that give you space, but it's also removable. Now I have no notes in this section of Matthew. If I want to come back through, it would be like reading this chapter new all over again. How cool is that? Same thing with all of these Post-its. Clear. Clear. Before I go, I'm going to show you guys a trick with the transparent sticky notes since they're on clearance. I use transparent sticky notes to do titles in this new Bible of mine so that they don't bleed through quite as badly. See these dark colors? They would bleed through so badly if I wrote right on the page, but they don't bleed through too badly. Versus I wrote directly on the page here, and look at that bleeding. It's So I really regretted doing that when I noticed that bleeding, and that's why I started using the transparent sticky notes. You can see the difference. Here's the bleed through versus this bleed through. It's so bold, it's so dark, and that is not very dark at all. And if I get sick of this title, I want to put something else in this section of Exodus. Now I have nothing there. So anyway, I hope you guys like those tips. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.